chains, I'm rising anew. Through the static, I see what's true. Lost in the shadow, but not forever. My destiny calls, I will never surrender. This pulsing heartbeat, I can feel. Yeah, the guard is breaking, the moment is here. Never surrender. Never surrender. Yeah, I know sunrise bleeds, but darkness still takes hold of me. Every step in this broken city feels like a fight, no sign of pity. Scars on my soul, they tell a story. Chasing a future, fleeting glory. Whispers of doubt, they haunt my mind. A lonely battle, truth I must find. But a flicker inside, still bright, still strong. Tells me I'm where I truly belong. Break the chains, I'm rising anew. Through the static, I see what's true. Lost in the shadow, but not forever.
What's up? Oh, hold on, let me turn on my lights back there. They probably dead. I ain't been in the studio, y'all. All right, I've been on a mental and a spiritual journey here. Turn the chain around, you feel me? Palmer D Dots, what's up, bro? What's up? Hey, yo, what's good, man? I missed y'all, but it was a well-needed break from like streaming, and I've been really, guys, I'm really excited, and you know what I mean, because you know this journey that I've been on is allowing me to just share my experience, but also everything that I'm learning. And I would recommend anybody out there, man, like stay green so you can grow. Like never, you know, I was reading a book called it's called The Greatest Salesman Alive. It says whenever you feel most confident, stick your hand out and try to stop the wind. It's impossible, right? So there's always a version of you that can be humble, you know, humbled. You know what I mean? And you know how the OGs used to tell us back in the day, God give it to you, God take it away. God give it to you, God take it away. You know, I'm not trying to get spiritual, but y'all get what I'm saying, man. Salute to everybody out here. Get a chain, get me a chain, bro. You don't even want to know what happened to my chain, bro. I'm so mad at what I did to my chain. Like the other day, my chain fell back down the sink, and what happened was, I went to go clean it inside a. What I do is I boil my jewelry to clean it, and I got so wrapped up into like building and coding that I clean forgot that my stove was on, and all the water burnt out, and it kind of like smoked out my chain. So it usually be dancing, but I gotta get some of that shit fixed. So probably get a new chain. But who cares about this materialistic shit? I throw this right now. I throw this off. I don't give a care about no chain. We got nickel, we got copper, we got tungsten. Guys, what a time to be alive. This is a great show. We're going to be talking about the entire cryptocurrency market. I want to apologize first and foremost to my Tau community. I was supposed to be on Tau City yesterday, and this is another example. Like in 2026, the whole purpose was to be as productive as possible. So now that I didn't increase my productivity, sometimes I'm ahead of myself. Like I clean forgot my schedule because I'm like, oh, I'm not doing something. Let me go be productive, and forgot that I was scheduled to be on Tau City Live. So I want to apologize to Tau City Live. First and foremost, apologize to you guys. Next Tuesday, we'll just ping me. You gotta remind me. I'm getting a little old. You gotta remind me. All right, so let's get into the good. Appreciate that, man. You know what I'm saying? Health is wealth. Health is wealth. Like you learn this from the Egyptians, the Mayans, all of the civilizations, the ancient civilizations. You cannot be your true self without your wealth, your health literally is your core, and it depicts everything. Without proper health, you won't be able to reach your potential. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are. Like, this is why they always, back in the days, they really was on top of the kings and the princes about training, keeping your body and your health and your mind together, because when that's together, everything else really, really falls in line. So guys, appreciate your health, appreciate your family members' health, that they, you know what I mean? Because I didn't have, like they say, D comes in threes. Pause. Death. I didn't want to say it on, but y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, that was a big pause. But anyways, point is, I already lost 2 family members in the first part of this year in 2026. So, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, the world is crazy. Appreciate the $2 bean. Pour me a double shot of that Hopia. I ain't got no Hopia for y'all. Like, guys, let's go into the market. Because you already know what time it is with Millie. Guys, I'm not here to share hopium with you guys. I'm growing, and I want to be able to share this growth with y'all. And it's not about bull or bear cycle. It's not even about that. It's not about the bull or the bear market. It's about aligning your capital in the areas that humanity is headed. And I don't know if this has been like a wake up moment. I don't know, like going down a deep rabbit hole of Tao and how it kind of like trained my brain. I don't know, but my portfolio, my stock portfolio is actually going crazy. Like, and I was saying that in the video. I don't know if you guys follow on Twitter. I don't even check my stock portfolio. I'll be just letting it rotate. But you know what I mean? I got a lot of stuff going on, right? I'm building multiple sentiment checkers, right? We're utilizing quantum intelligence. We're removing the emotional bottleneck that us humans, we emotionally, like, if you can't control your emotions, it's over with, right? And the elites know this. This is why they put certain things in front of us, certain products in front of us, black swan events. All of this is designed to extract emotion, because when you can extract emotion, you can extract liquidity. Liquidity usually, you know what I mean? It responds to emotions. This is why you got fear. This is why you got greed. This is why you got complaciveness. This is why you got people on the sidelines. This is why, you know what I mean? It's hard to really, really predict the market based on price or TA. But I'm learning the best way to predict the market is identifying human behavior. See, once you understand human behavior, you start looking past price and you start predicting human behavior. And now I don't even really focus on price, bull market, bear market. I don't focus on none of that. Look what I just built. I just built an asset sentiment breakdown, right? And this is some of the stuff that I have my capital in, right? Copper, tungsten, gold, silver, nickel, altcoins like Tau, privacy coins, RWA coins like Zabet. These are literally solutions solutions for bottlenecks and constraints. So it's not about price. It's about identifying bottlenecks and constraints. When you identify that, then you identify what the elites is going after, which is control. What do they need in order to truly have control? They need the energy. They need energy, right? Just go listen. I recommend you guys to go listen to them podcasts by the Meta dude, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, goddamn Peter Thiel. Go listen to those guys, and when they start talking about like energy, and I forgot what it's called. I think it's like the Kavashev theory, and what the actual end game is. We gotta. It's like, oh shit, we sitting here throwing shit at the wall. Speculation. Oh man, this narrative is going to pump this. Guys, this is not that. This is an entire regime change from the information era, and we are now being ushered into the intelligence era. That's what's happening. Now, let's get into the Bitcoin charts. Because I know that's why y'all here. Y'all want to talk about that Bitcoin and the crypto and the Bitcoin and the crypto. Let's get into the charts. Salute to everybody out there, man. Hopefully you guys' year is starting off well. Did y'all miss these live streams? Because I did. It's a little different, like going on my live, like going live. You know, I've been, focusing on like the edits and the production, but I just missed the raw essence of being on a live stream. All right, so BTC. Y'all would really like this model that I created. I embedded some of my models into the latest application that I'm building. And it's going to be an application centered around turning your personal life into a ledger. And again, this application is almost ready. It's going to be $49. It's going to include a lot of tools. And guys, we cooking. All right, so the Bitcoin chart. Here's why I'm not jumping around like the peanut gallery. Because, first of all, we have incompetence with our leaders. Jay Powell, Fed, and Donald Trump. Conflict equals uncertainty. We also have geopolitical tension. Now, here's the bull thesis for geopolitical tension. We're already seeing it, and we already seen it with Venezuela, how they had so much Bitcoin, right? This is an example of why every country is moving to permissionless money, right? Like Bitcoin, as long as you have it on a ledger, can never be confiscated unless they find your ledger, right? There's nothing, you hide your letter, hide your code. I know a lot of people do they write down like 8 and they remember the other 4 words. That's actually a good fucking strategy if you got good memory. If you don't got good memory, it is what it is. But guys, there's a sovereign trade here, right? These countries are moving away from the US dollar. There's a theory out there called the it's called the 80-year. I think I got it pulled up here. It's called the 80-year cycle. You got the Strauss-Haas generation. Guys, I've been reading up on all of this, right? And literally every good thing literally comes to an end, right? Every great dynasty always comes to the end. You can look at the Patriots and Tom Brady. You can look at Michael Jordan and the Bulls. You can look at Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. You can look at Spain, the Dutch, Great Britain. And now, guess who's up next? The US. Now, I'm not saying that our reign of power is coming to an end, but we are in this financial shift, and the market itself is trying to price in if these countries, if these entities, if the elites are moving away from the US dollar, which allows an open opportunity to a replacement that's trustless, permissionless, and on the blockchain, which is Bitcoin. So a lot of people are bearish on the post-halving year of Bitcoin, but they have not acknowledged that the entire game changed, right? We got ETFs, we got countries, we got literally big players all looking to accumulate Bitcoin. Like everybody's starting to buy in. So this is actually bullish for our altcoins. Now, if we tie that into what's actually happening with the current narrative that I believe is the hottest narrative in risk assets, and that is AI infrastructure. Whoever wins the compute race wins the control race, right? They literally compute, control, power, control, you win. All right. So in the midst of this race, because of the constraints of the grid, there's going to be a lot of opportunity. So this is why you see precious metals skyrocketing. This is why you see, if you've done your research, AI infra plays, whether you're looking at sensors, semiconductors, small nuclear reactors, helium, quantum intelligence, wind, solar, hydropower, even fusion power, if they can figure it out. if they can figure it out, right? These are all of the provided solutions that would award us opportunity because of the constraints of the grid. Now, think about what we're doing. Think about the world right now. Think about the world right now. Just think about the world right now. Right? Everything around us is literally a subscription, right? You want to use this AI? It's a subscription. You want to do this? It's a subscription. You want to order some more fucking horsepower for your Tesla? It's a subscription. I made this video yesterday and look at the news. Here, I think I have it pulled up. Elon Musk says Tesla full self-driving will switch to a monthly subscription and remove one-time purchase option. Guys, there is no way to win if we don't have ownership, because they're turning our life into a portal of renting, literally renting out your life. Like that you will never get far with that mentality. You know, I was looking at that app that Frank the Gods coded, and he was you just seen so many people uploading their CSVs, and you look up, you got thousands of dollars in subscriptions you paying every month, and you don't even realize it, right? They're coming out with smart refrigerators. If you want your smart refrigerator to shoot out ice, you have to pay a subscription. That's absolutely crazy. So like, not only are they getting over on us through a system that's designed to extract, but they're double extracting us with these subscription revenue-based models. So the only way to overcome this shit is to have ownership, right? It's not about using an application, AI application. It's not about building an AI application unless it's profitable. It's about owning the AI. What can I own in AI that AI can't scale without? Now, once the fluid starts going in your brain, you're like, okay, now I understand where the fuck Millie is coming from. And now the trades become even easier because you have a destination. Your money is the vehicle that's going to get you to that destination. The only thing in most places that retail is lacking is the actual capital. And in some cases, it's the work ethic and the hustle. Guys, it doesn't matter how much intelligence you have. If I don't turn on the screen, if I don't apply myself, it doesn't matter. You have to apply yourself. So most people say, well, cut off the subscriptions, cut down, save more. The easiest fix is to increase your capital. Because if you increase your capital, then you're more likely to be able to invest in a lot of these opportunities. So that's how I look at it, right? This is not the time to be doing some crazy shit with your money, because the wealth gap is about to widen. It's about to widen because of what's happening with this AI. Not only are you already paying more for electricity, more for water bills, but everything right now around artificial intelligence is gift wrapped in a subscription-based revenue. So you're being extracted 3 fucking times. And in the midst of that, our wages are getting destroyed. Even for a content creator like myself, I've had to increase my productivity, increase the quality of my videos, because the increase of competition, not just competing against our peers. We're now competing against intelligence that everybody has access to it. So if everybody has the same access to the same intelligence, where is the edge? Where is the early movers advantage? The early movers advantage is owning the bottlenecks to constraints and the infrastack, meaning the backbone of this next era, which is the intelligence era. If I'm cooking, let me know in the fucking comments, man. If y'all miss these streams, let me know in the fucking comments. Y'all know with Millie Cup, I'm coming with new info. I'm not finna sit here and dry y'all out and show no progress in 3-4 years. Let's fucking get it. So we got 2 signals so far that can lead us into 2026, right? We're identifying that there's a war from compute. There's going to be opportunity there. The Fed balance sheet is now increasing. The last signal, in my opinion, because I would say I'll throw this signal out here because I know a lot of people are starting to use this, and it's actually a really good signal, which is the Russell 2000, right? This is the U.S. small caps, right? It's absolutely exploding, and this is a good example of, you know, the micro caps of the stock market. So a lot of people like to correlate the total 3 with the micro caps of the stock market. So okay, this is exploding now. That's the second signal. The home run signal, of course, would be our economy, United States, ISM, Purchasers Managers Index, Institutes for Supply Management above 50. We are not there yet. We're still in an environment where we're contracting. Now, the contrarian bet here is because I went through tons of information. Guys. On Reddit and X, I streamlined and aggregated data all throughout to just get the sentiment from what we're seeing, the overall sentiment, right? And 55% of retail is bearish. Though the contrarian signal is still strong, if you go look at order books, if you go look at the charts, if you go look at TA, it seems like, and you can go through multiple altcoins, right? My favorite altcoin to look at specifically is one that I hold, which is TAL. If I just swing over here to TAL, my knee hurting, guys. I think I injured my goddamn knee again. Oh, my knee. I gotta stretch it out. TAL. You can see TAL has been in this huge accumulation, right? And this has been institution accumulation, because when you go check the order books and where the liquidity lies, you'll notice that a lot of the selling from retail is exhausted. So most of the selling either comes from miners or subnet owners looking to scale their company or business. But just as I stated from Bitcoin, even on BitTensor, the fun doesn't start until it covers the mean, which means it's able to turn our moving averages, the 50-week and the 20-week, into support. Until then, this is all a trap. Until we can break these lines, what they call the mean, and this is a trap, right? This could potentially be a trap. I want to put it there. You can see 2 wick candles here, right here on our golden box, which is the 618 and 786, usually, which stands as a psychological level for retail. And the elites who own quantum tools know this. And this is why they play these psychological games, because if you can extract emotion, you can extract liquidity. Fucking follow me, dog. Fucking follow me, dog. If you can extract emotion, you can extract liquidity. Guys, this is huge. This is huge. Most content creators are not up in their game. They're not increasing their value for you. You should care about that. But anyway, I see this as an institutional accumulation and a sign that retail itself is also exhausted, but the institutions want to prove that TAL has demand and value, right? So they'll pump it up to these moving averages and see, hey, let's see if we get bids. Let's see if retail truly values this now. Doesn't mean it's not valuable, because we know coins that are working to drive real revenue are valuable, especially this one, if you understand what BitTensor is working to accomplish. I mean, just look at fucking Google and then look at all the applications that's built on Google. I'm not saying BitTensor is there yet, but I'm saying that's the vision. A decentralized network similar to Google that applications spawn from. Some of the greatest applications of all time. So, institution, we have to prove the institution that TAL is valuable. TAL has demand. And, you know, you can look at lower time frames, higher time frames, high frequency traders, however you choose to look at it. At the end of the day, the 618, the 786, the fair value gaps, they're all psychological levels that are used to systematically program us to say, this has to do that. This has to do that, when it doesn't have to do shit. This is why we got to remove our emotion when we look at this stuff and think like they think, because it's all a game. But anywho, I'm extremely bullish. I'm extremely bullish on on the market, but I understand the concerns and the risk here, right? The risk, when you look at what's going on with Jay Powell and him being under the investigation, they say that can hurt the market, right? There's a mixed feeling between if the tariffs get rejected, whether it can hurt or help the market. Some people say that's bullish. Some people say that's bearish. You be the judge to that. But my live bull bear market meter that I created, this will also be part of the application that I'm building, by the way. It says the same thing that my quantum pulse says. The market is neutral. It doesn't know which way it wants to go. So neutral is uncertainty. So if you bet neutral, is like, okay, that's uncertainty, bet. But anyways, we got the Clarity Act. I know they're trying to get that taken care of. I know Vitalik was like, oh, they need to do some things with stablecoins. Charles Hawkinson was not a big fan of what's going on. And again, the rules are changed for who they can benefit, right? When crypto was benefiting the voting process, it was, oh, we're gonna do this, oh, we're gonna do that, oh, we in the house now, we got our vote, we got y'all, we good. Now everything is being changed. Democrats running to do this, do that. You see how they do us? This is why, in my opinion, I don't understand how middle class and low class that's not owning assets tied to the intelligence era, I don't see how you can even compete. Because even, let's say AI takes jobs. Everybody gets universal basic income, right? It's still like whoever got the biggest bag, you know what I mean? If you got $5,000, you say, hey, go build me an app. And the next person got $10 million and say, hey, AI, go build me this app. The wealth gap is still here. AI just makes the wealth gap worse, in my opinion. That's in my opinion. Let the word to the wise be efficient. Let me get into some of these comments, man. We got 22 people in here. Make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Then you want to help Millie. Investment in a company that makes that rare earth extraction a good play. Yeah, I got a couple rare earths, man. I got a couple a really, really good light bill. Light bill, $275 for apartment, $500. That's crazy, huh? Someone is going to get Greenland. The question is who? Yeah, and the reason that they're going after Greenland is because of the grid competition. Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, all those guys are already building stuff in Greenland. They were already ahead of the game. Bill Gates, they got insider fucking information allegedly. Come on, how did you know? Oh, I'm gonna just go randomly buy up all of the farms unless you seen what was coming. And it just seemed like 2020, in hindsight, was a practice run of how universal high income will look. It just seemed like 2020 was a practice run. Am I tripping? Maybe not. We got a live stream right then again. Feast you thank you, man. Appreciate everybody that showing up to the live stream. We're going to get the live streams back up. I've been traveling a lot. You know what I mean? Just Zen master type shit. You feel me? Just getting away from all of this shit. And now I truly have an understanding of a lot. A lot of things have become way more clear. So, the U.S. position at the top will end, but it will take 40 more years. You think it's going to take 40 more years for the U.S. dollar to go default? Well, yeah, I think you're right, because they're not going to let it go default, right? They're either just going to print money, or they're going to let the job market collapse, right? The Fed follows a dual mandate. Which one are they going to choose, right? They're going to in any way we look, we're in an area already of stagflation, right? The retail, the normies are literally getting destroyed, yet precious metals, stock market, and all of the shit that's making the wealthy more wealthier is at all-time highs. Literally, we're watching the wealth gap increase before our eyes, and nobody's fucking talking about it. No one's talking about it, man. We're literally watching it. We're literally watching wages get destroyed by inflation, yet stock market pressure metals at all-time high, wealth get wealthier. They can overcome time capitulation. Even if you have the intelligence and knowledge, you don't have the capital, you can't keep up. This is why it's not about who controls the intelligence, it's about who owns the intelligence. Investment company that makes rare earth extraction a good play. Zebec is undervalued. Let's go look at it. I like ZBCN because if you understand where we're headed into this autonomous world, guys, literally, you can go use Claude right now and Claude can take over your fucking computer and you can say, hey, Claude, I got $3,000. Bill me this. And it'll take over your computer. It'll incorporate your Gmail. It'll do everything for you. Fully autonomous now. And this has already been rolled out by a lot of the elites. They're already using these tools. By the time we get this shit, guys, we're already late. You don't think they already using this shit in all them data centers that Elon and them building, bro? Listen to what Elon when he talk about the Kalvashev theory and what they're working to accomplish by stealing energy from the sun. ZBCN looks really good. I really like this. I really do like this bull flag. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful bull flag here. But we're still not out the woods yet. Even though I understand how important this project is to a autonomous financial system. See, that's the thing. Like, we're going to have robots that are going to be buying shit from robots, selling shit to robots and just doing shit for robots. You're going to be literally at home working out and be like, hey, Jarvis, go run to the store and grab me this and grab me this. You don't want to be taking a break from what you're doing and Jarvis asking you, hey, can you download this? Can you send me? Nah, it's going to be fully autonomous. And in order for that to work, then we need financial instruments that allow a fully autonomous financial system. And Zebec is an execution layer that fits perfectly into that thesis. Just go look what they're doing with Stripe, with Zelle, with the payroll. The competitor is ADP. So we know product market fit is there, TAM is there, and path of revenue is there. I think they got like POS devices as well. So look at this huge bull flag. If you're anticipating, right? If you're anticipating that, hey, the PMI is going to go over 50, Trump is about to pump the fucking market, then yes, these are good DCA opportunities. But I would recommend everybody to always manage your risk. Understand that don't listen to no fucking YouTuber. This is not financial advice. You only know your situation. Nobody else know your situation but you. I be watching people in the comments like, what do you think about this? What do you think about it? What does your finances say about that? Don't ask me because my finances might be, my situation might be totally different from yours. What do you think about it? What do you think about it? Can you afford this? One of the things that I like to do now, before I make any type of investment, because that's how I'm looking at my habit. I work hard for my shit. So these are investments. Before I make any type of investment, right? I like to ask myself, I sat here and this clean forgot what I was saying. See, I done forgot what I was about to say. But anyway, y'all get what I'm saying. Prepare for good risk management. Zebec Super App is coming this month. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. Greenland is cold and a great place to host quantum computers. That is a great point. People don't understand the importance of coolant in helium. Like helium is about to be a very, 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 very sought after play because of this quantum narrative, right? It has to be a certain temperature for quantum computing to even work. Carter, you fucking understand, baby. You understand, baby. 23 people watching this. I'm disrespected for real. I'm really disrespected. YouTube, y'all be disrespecting the fuck out of me, dog. Y'all really do. Y'all be disrespecting the fuck out of me. Like every time I look, like I feel like I'm being shadow banned. Like YouTube, Get that shit up off my channel, bruh. Get it off my channel, bro. I'm watching these other. Get that shit off my channel, bro. My channel need to be seen by the fucking masses, bro. Fix that shit. Yeah, what boils are trouble. Yeah, I'm over here trying to melt it down and get it back and turn it in. Yeah, YouTube need to fix that. I'm highly disappointed in YouTube for sure. But salute, gang. What's up, Perry? Good to see you up in here. But that's how I look at things, guys. You know what I mean? We're getting certain signals, but we're just not there yet, and that's okay. Because guess what? I know, based on the sentiment, that a lot of people right now are not prepared for the market to go up. And that's why the market will go up. Everybody has this mindset that, oh, it's just going to go lower. And when it goes lower, I'm going to be able to add to my bag. And usually, right? Usually, the market makers understand this. Like, oh, yeah, once no one thinks it's going to pump, right? And then look, and everybody has a order set right there. What can create more liquidity? Pain. So this is why they, you know what I mean? They what's the word I'm looking for? When they go after Michael say this is why they hunt down shorts and longs, right? It's just the understanding human behavior. Human behavior says, based on sentiment, that Millie, we've been getting fucking destroyed. There's no possible way that this market can go up because it just hasn't gone up. That right there is how a lot of people is thinking. So we identify that as human behavior and say, hey, I'm placing a contrarian bet. Now, you're not always going to be right. But that's the essence of taking a risk. That's the essence of taking a risk. It is what it is. Cybersecurity itself is just a huge play, right? You gotta, I'll be doing a brief on It's AI Subnet 32, where I'll be talking about AI text detection. That video is coming soon. That's going to be a banger, guy. Where I'm working on the edit right now. But yeah, cybersecurity is going to be huge because you understand, like, these physical robots, when they start selling these physical robots, they literally got cameras everywhere. They got like voice microphones everywhere, right? And before they truly become autonomous, there's going to be somebody at home like me with a fucking headset on, folding fucking clothes and doing all of your things. Like, it's going to be a real human first, right? And so we need security measures, right? Because now we're talking about a human that knows all of my personal information, has heard personal conversations, has seen personal things. Yes. You don't want that type of technology getting into the wrong hands, right? I'm sitting here trying to goddamn work on my computer and Jarvis standing right behind me about to take me the fuck out. I understand the concerns and the fears. I watch the movies. I get it. I seen Megan. I understand, right? So yes, we need cybersecurity. There's going to be an anti-surveillance stance, an anti-AI stance. So the freedom, the people, we don't want to be enslaved by AI. It's going to be all of that shit that we seen. That's going to happen. Which will award us opportunities in the privacy sector. That's why you starting to see people gravitating to these privacy coins. But you want to pick the right one, guys. You want to pick the right one. You don't want to just buy a privacy coin because they throwing some jargon bullshit and saying that and ZKL on privacy. Like, no, we're not doing that this year. They ain't about to trick us this year. We ain't doing that this year. You're a privacy coin. You're going to prove to me that you're a privacy coin. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the tech. I'm going to learn how to use the tech. Guys, learn how to use the tech. It's very easy. You can ask AI. Learn how to go over code. Go over a GitHub. Grab the code. Look through a repository. Put it into an agent. Ask the agent, hey, I did it yesterday with it's AI 32. I said, hey, as I'm going over this code, is this code matching what the subnet owner is selling? Is the code matching what the project is selling? Oh yeah, the code matches exactly what the project is selling. Okay, tell me the product market fit. Tell me the chance and possibility of a path to revenue. And also tell me the total addressable market that we're working to, attack. And it'll tell you all of that. It'll tell you all of that. And then you can formulate your own thesis and you can figure things out from there. But in 2026, we not getting bullshitted no more. Like, we just seen the mayor, bro, drop a meme. Now, it wasn't literally a rug. I guess the guy came out and said, hey, I put up my own freaking liquidity. So when the token hit this much, I decided to take my $3 million in liquidity out. Sucks, but there's liquidity still there. The token is still tradable. And who's to say you can't remove the liquidity that you put in? You put that in. So a lot of people fucking got wrecked. Unfortunately, still chasing the same type of coins. Guys, Wall Street is in crypto right now. Wall Street has no interest in anything that's speculative until we are in an environment where we're an environment of abundance of liquidity, right? So soon we'll be moving from energy constraints to energy abundance. Best believe that environment where liquidity will be abundance is coming. But are you prepared? Robots are used to protect those data centers. They're going to protect the data centers, okay? But yeah, guys, let me know what y'all think inside the comments. I know I was ranting, but I know y'all love the essence of a true rant, right? Y'all love the essence of a true rant. Anything else that I missed that I want to talk about? See, what's this? FOMC, we got a 95% chance of a pause. We talked about Greenland. We talked about the uncertainty between Powell and Trump. We talked about that. President Trump says Fed Chair Jerome Powell will be replaced. That jerk will be gone soon. All right. There's a 71% chance, according to Polymarket, that the Clarity Act is signed, but Democrats are rushing to change things. I don't know what they want to change, but they are trying to whip some shit up behind the scenes. And again, we're starting to see another country gravitate to Bitcoin as Iran's currency has collapsed and now is officially worth zero. This is why the narrative for Bitcoin will never fucking change. This is why BTC, when people say BTC is going to $1 million, this is the type of shit. Why? Because gold can still be confiscated. You can't just sit around and you got a whole bunch of gold, be like, okay, I gotta move this. Very, very hard to move. You can move it, but very, very hard to move. And also, Bitcoin is permissionless. So like the Bitcoin trade is alive and well. And if the Bitcoin trade is alive and well, this is positive for our conviction altcoin plays. But this is, oh, there we go. Absolutely zero. And no, that wasn't a meme coin. It wasn't. Do you think we'll get a ruling on the tariffs today? Thank you for reminding me that. That's another headwind in front of us, right? I don't know, man. Some people are bullish for the tariffs. They say that's going to be, so they say if the tariffs get ruled illegal, that could be bullish for the industrial market. So anybody that's into like industrial, feel free to comment. I guess a lot of the constraints that's been on the industrial market because of the tariffs will be removed. And some people feel like that's actually bullish for our AI infer thesis. And then some people are looking at, well, now we got to give out all of that money back. And, what happens to what that money was supposed to be used for? Like potentially the end of income taxes and all of the other things, right? When and speaking of that, Trump did come out and say that the tax season, and I believe starts January 26th, is coming up, right? This is a tailwind for us as risk asset investors. These what did Trump say? The taxes should be higher, like generational, right? So I don't know how much people gonna get, but I know they're supposed to be getting their biggest tax returns of all time. So hopefully crypto sees some of that liquidity. I know stocks And a lot of those commodities will, because I'm already seeing, like, look, I went to the hood yesterday, gang. I went to the hood yesterday, and I'm already seeing, like, regular people, like, collecting aluminum cans. Like, this is the type of shit I used to do when I was in school, and I never really understood why I was doing it. I was just collecting these cans so I could make money and sell them back to the, I guess, like, the places. I don't know if they was like the steel or aluminum plants, but you sell them back to them, you get paid, right? I've seen a lot of people do that, right? Just as a passive income. Like, oh, shit, I'm gonna collect this. It has nickel in it, it has aluminum, it has silver in it. And I haven't seen that in a fucking while. So that tells me that people are realizing the value now in gold and silver. Of course, they always realized it, but it's like now it's like everybody knows. Everybody knows, right? That, like I said earlier, the intelligence is open source for everybody to use. So if you use it correctly, you'll be able to, put yourself in a position to have that early movers advantage. But it's going to be way harder because everybody has an opportunity to utilize the same intelligence. So it's going to get crazy. It's going to get crazy to see where the world is headed in the next 5 to 10 years. And I would love to know what y'all think. I would love to know what y'all think. Let me know in the comments, guys. Engage with the live stream. Let me know inside the comments. Let me go to X. I haven't even checked the X, but I know I'm live on X. Salute to the Tau fam out there. Salute to the Tau community. And we got 18 viewers on X. All right. Let me actually. Come on, man. Dang. Every time I look, I'm trying to. All right. I just shared it. Salute to the 18 viewers on X. Appreciate y'all as well. Make sure y'all share that. But yeah, the question is, how do we capitalize off a subscription-based revenue world? The answer is owning these subscription-based backbones. That's the only answer. Other than that, we're going to continue to be extracted. It is what it is. Anything else that I'm missing, gang? I think I got everything. This was interesting, right? Over 13.4 million cryptocurrencies have died since 2020. It's insane, bro. But it's hard, bro. It's hard in crypto because you can literally do everything right with a coin, but because the extractive nature of crypto, from mevs to just extractive KOLs to just these, if you looked at that pump, I don't know if you guys looked at the pump fund report, that they did. I don't know what, I think it was like Berwick's Law. But anyways, I think they're under investigation. And I was going through some of the articles and the files. And one of the things that I already kind of had a nudge that was happening is that, and this is alleged, what they're saying is that these mev bots were created to have early movers advantage on every fucking launch. And that's why they continue to push Pump Fund. And they're saying that the Solana founders, the Jupiter founders, and a lot of these other companies that have built on top of Solana were all aware of this extraction, all aware of these extractive motives by Pump Fund, right? And they all were kind of in cahoots with creating these insider mev bots that's allowed to get the first trade. So if you get the first trade, it doesn't fucking matter if it's a rug or not. You can't lose. You can't lose. So in theory, right? And again, this is just alleged based off some of the articles and documents that I read. In theory, it's like you're betting against the house. It's like you're playing a game that's designed for you to lose. And if you win, there's been many people that have won, but a lot of these Telegram groups, the insiders, the cabals, the elites, the whales of the Solana ecosystem, all tied together. So that situation could get ugly if it's real. And again, this could all be alleged. But I had a hunch. I'm like, man, ain't no fucking way. Because I'm thinking I'm sorry, but I'm from the hood. I think different. And I'm thinking in my head, like, ain't no fucking way they created that shit and they not taking advantage of it. It's wide open. Like, it's wide open. Like, oh, I created this. Let me just attach a few bots. So every time a coin gets created, I'm the first buyer. every fucking time. Wake up, people. Wake up. That's all I'm going to say on that. I think I covered everything, though, gang. So we continue to monitor the AI infra sector. Okay. We're going to continue to monitor that because I think that there's a lot of opportunity there, not just in crypto, but the entire sector. If you want to know more, I've dropped countless Patreon posts on this. I've talked about this on X. Follow me on X. And I've also been adding little hints there, here and there, into my latest videos, guys. So, again, join some of the exclusive groups. Would love you guys to be a part of that. Pump Phone will be in trouble eventually. Yeah, man. I don't know if it's real, though, right? I can't say if it's real. You know, the people post all type of stuff. It's hard in a world where we have this AI, so we don't know what things may be real, what things may not be real. And this is why subnets like Subnet 32 could do really well, right? They're producing an AI text detection. So, yeah, I think this is like the second AI detection platform on BitTensor that I'll be covering. But that brief will be coming out soon. So we need cybersecurity. We need anti-surveillance. We need sovereignty and privacy and true ownership over our finances. Because right now, everything is a feedback loop. It's a feedback loop. You work hard to build up this world, this country. You work very, very hard. But your wages are extracted through debt that they create. They create this debt. They give you free money because they know if they create that debt, that's going to make you go harder. And they attach interest to that debt. So, you know what I mean? Like, I looked at what my car was when I looked at what my car was worth when I first bought it in 2020. I got it like, you know, it was a long story. Like one of my other cars, the axle went out. So I really didn't want to buy a car, but I had to get a new car because the axle went out. And that was like, it was way more to replace that than what the car was actually worth. So I bought a new car and got it financed and everything. And just going over my finances, I seen like, damn, what I paid for this car is almost 3 times what it's worth now. That's the feedback loop that they get us in, right? They put this money, they put this shiny diamond in front of us like, hey, yeah, here's a loan, right? And attach interest to it. So now you're in this ongoing feedback loop where you can never truly enjoy the value of your work ethic. This shit is systematically baked in and programmed over civilizations, y'all. Over civilizations. And there's one common denominator here from the research that I've done. Ownership. Owning assets is the only way. I went and did the research at people who bought the S&P 500 20 years ago. 99% of them outpaced professionals. We're talking about doctors, lawyers that specifically, depended on their salaries, their wages. Blown out the fucking water. Blown out the water. Right? So they give you these things in order to put other things in front of you to extract it back from you, but you never truly get your value for your work ethic. And that's what crypto was supposed to be for us, right? It's supposed to be this vehicle to sovereignty where we can truly have ownership over our finances. And what happened was a lot of people thought it was going to just happen fast, but these changes in a regime take time, guys. I said 20 years. Investments are 5 to 10 years. Like, have patience and remove emotion. From what I was reading, 90% of the most successful investors in the world are dead. So you're probably wondering, like, damn, why their bag's still alive, but they dead, right? And their bags continue to grow. And you're probably wondering the correlation there. Well, a dead person is not emotional. They have no emotion. And, you know, it's kind of like they're holding their bag, right? So you can look at that like Satoshi. You can look at Satoshi like, okay, this dude, he might be dead, he might be alive, but he held his bag, right? He removed his emotion and he just held his bag over time. That's probably the best way to look at investing. Anything lesser than that is just gambling. And I'm okay with gambling because I know there's risk there. But anybody that's coming into crypto new, they need to know that. Like, a lot of this crypto stuff is just a gamble. It's just a gamble. Now, let's go into the actual total cryptocurrency market, because I want to actually check this and see what I see here. Total cryptocurrency market cap. I want to see where we're at with the total cryptocurrency market cap in all, and see how that aligns with the Russell. Yeah, so yeah, total cryptocurrency market cap here looks pretty good. But again, the same theories and thesis apply here. Until we can reclaim our moving averages, the 50-week and 21-week, this is still a, there's still a chance that there could be a rejection here. Now, we do got our ultimate RSI finding a floor. Now, we talked about this, right? So whenever you find a floor, you got two options. You can wait for confirmation, or you can take the risk and gamble that we will confirm. Now, of course, you make the most money if you take that risk, but there's also a risk of losing money. So, the patience in removing emotion and understanding your risk profile is how you succeed in these type of environments. Do you take the long here anticipating we reclaim these moving averages? Well, we got to look at everything we're facing. PMI is still below 50. Fed balance sheet is expanding, but most people look at that as light QE or operational liquidity, not actual QE. We still have headwinds like the spat between Jay Powell and Donald Trump, the potential ruling of the tariffs being illegal, and the denial of the Clarity Act. All of that could affect cryptocurrency in a bearish fashion. So because we don't have those things, I'm okay with playing a patient game and waiting for confirmation. If we had a few more signals that would, in my opinion, would make me more confident in that decision, then I would put the long here. But I don't see it. Now, I could still put a long here and take the risk and also add a stop loss maybe here. You know what I mean? And I would have to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum chart, but I'm just saying in theory, let's say this was Bitcoin or ETH chart, but it's the total. You get what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, guys, just understand your risk profile, and anything below confirmation is a guess, is a bet, is a gamble. We got to start operating like that. We are going against the smartest intelligence in the world now. We're not trading against humans. I need you to understand that. We ain't trading against no humans no more, man. Easy money. Even if you go to the meme sector, they all got bots and all type of shit created, bro. We not trading against humans anymore. So it's one thing to identify support and resistance, but from what I can see, AI itself plays the contrarian bet against human behavior. So you're probably wondering what that means. It's like game theory or chess, right? Let's say AI is playing chess. They are counter trading human behavior. And once I feel like I'm just giving out too much fucking information right now, man. All right. I just got mad at YouTube, bro. I just got mad at YouTube. Okay. I just got mad at YouTube. All right. So, maximum pain theory. Yeah. Dude. Another person that gets it. This is what they hunt. This is what they hunt. If you can extract pain, you can extract emotion, and emotional traders make bad decisions, which in our favor, that capital is being transferred from the impatient to the patient, us. Because we may have been emotional. I'm gonna just say we, because everybody does it. No one's over that, right? But we may be an emotional, right? AI is looking for that max pain, that contrarian bet. The physical labor robots at least aren't competing much with us. The real competition is Chinese sweatshop worker, the ones that the robots have to beat before truly going mainstream. I just think that's on the surface level. I don't look at competing against robots, workers. Like I don't look at that. That's like surface level. You feel me? Because if these physical robots have to be built, then there's going to be opportunity specifically there in copper, nickel, tungsten, silver, gold, whatever. There's going to be opportunity there. Crypto infra, right? Spatial data. How can this robot see and interact with this environment? Sensors. And then I can go into like the medical field and how artificial intelligence will affect that field. But that's just a whole nother conversation. But there's opportunity. There's just so many opportunities just when you look at a physical robot. And if they're planning on rolling these out by the masses, and we have our capital aligned in the backbones of these physical robots, we'll win. We'll win. We don't have to. We don't have to control them. We just need to own the backbones that are being utilized to create them. Very simple. Very easy. You don't got to compete with them. You don't got to control them. You just got to own the backbones. Identify a problem, a constraint, and a bottleneck, and align your capital with the solution. That's how we win the next 5 to 10 years. That's how we win. If you're focusing on 2026 being bullish or bearish, you're missing in the whole fucking plot. You're missing the whole plot, man. I'm telling you, like, you got to retrain your mind, guys. It's not about 4-year cycle anymore. We're literally transitioning into a new regime. We're transitioning from the information era to the intelligence era, right? Which could be stage 4 before an entire global correction. This could be stage 4 before an entire global correction. What could possibly mean the US dollar losing its dominance, which goes back into the 40-year cycle and the 80-year cycle thesis, which goes back to any research you do of any country that has held dominance over years. Usually it comes to an end. We don't know how that end will look, but if you know this information, then you can identify ways to be prepared. That doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow. Doesn't mean it's not going to be an opportunity, because things usually run up before a huge crash, or a huge crash happens before a huge run up. It's just the psychology of money. Good book, by the way. Read the book, The Psychology of Money. Very fucking good book. Very fucking good book. Physical layer robots at least aren't competing. I'm fully with you on Tau. Took a good 6-8 months to fully understand it. And there I almost have to dial back because I'm too convicted. Yeah, man, like Tau, bro. Tau is basically, how can I say this? I gotta say this in a way that y'all can understand it. I don't want to get too technical, and I also don't want to piss off the smart tech people, because that's like a slap in their face, right? Because I can go into like thermodynamics and the shit Kant talks about, right? Because I researched it. But if you want to look at the potential of where Tau can be, just simply look at Google. Look at Google as a network. Look at the things that were built on Google that allowed Google to scale and become this big tech or dominance within the tech sector. And then look at artificial intelligence and look at Bitcoin. Like, all of that shit right there is powerful, right? Bitcoins, tokenomics, which is sound money, scarcity, which means it can't be printed or manipulated. The only inflation that comes from Tau is from minor emissions. Outside of that, because of the halving, the ability to generate revenue or attract capital will soon outpace those emissions, which will create scarcity within the token. And that's just the money aspect of it. We're not talking about the entrepreneurial aspect. We're not talking about the AI infra stack that it is when you look at decentralized compute, decentralized intelligence, and just high quality usefulness. Now we're embedded in the most likely one of the greatest opportunities when you look at what's happening with intelligence, Bitcoin's tokenomics, and the blockchain's transparency and ability to be permissionless. So in theory, what BitTensor is, it's a coordination layer for intelligence. It's actually placing the building blocks in the right place for us, the people, to benefit off the intelligence economy. And when you start listening to what everybody is after, which seems to be energy, aka compute, now we identify the constraints. And all the research that I've done all comes back to decentralized alternatives like BitTensor, right? I literally was like, damn, I feel like I work for Tao. And it's like, okay, if I wanted to work for Google or OpenAI or whatever, I would have to have this degree and this and that and this and that. All of those bottlenecks are removed. And in fact, your degree, your proof of competence will soon be on the blockchain. So people will be able to see the value you hold on the blockchain. It's not going to be about degrees, because physical schools are being literally like pushed out the way, like literally like physical schools, colleges, not like schools for kids. And now we need the schools for kids. I get it. But like colleges, where college in theory is a extraction system, right? They say this degree is supposed to help you become successful, yet that success goes back into paying off the debt that accumulated for that degree. That shit is about to change. All of that, like the elite universities, that shit about to go out of business, dog. And people not about, it's like, I was watching the stream the other day. He said, bro, I dropped out of college. I can get that same intelligence here and not have to pay all of what I have to pay if I went to college. Now, I'm not saying college is not good. I'm not saying university. It's like people who go to church. I'm not saying church is not good. Like, it teaches you characteristics, integrity. You learn a lot. You can peer to peer. You learn people. But the things that we're supposed to know are not being taught purposely, which is financial education. Purposely not being taught. And there's a reason for that. It's a reason for that. So I would recommend anybody go research game theory. Just go research it. Appreciate everybody that's in here. We got 43 people in here, guys. Make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me know in the comments y'all want me to live stream more consistently. I'm back in the lab. I've been like traveling and going on my Zen master shit, but I'm back in the lab. But I don't know how long I'll be in the lab, because I enjoy traveling. I enjoy like making edits. I enjoy like, speaking to people and just being outside of this cubicle and just removing myself from like that toxic crypto world. It's like the Matrix. All right. So we went over everything, guys. I appreciate everybody that's in here. I don't want to go too long. It's been an hour. I got to go to the gym. But I appreciate everybody that showed up. If you want to rewind the stream, because you just showed up, rewind the stream. This has been a beautiful, beautiful stream. Like, I love the energy from it. I love being able to share the knowledge. And I love, the people that see what's coming and, are preparing for it. So, guys, keep your head up. Remember, the easiest way to become successful in financial markets is no emotion, patience, and understanding risk management. Meaning, don't do anything that's going to liquidate you. Whenever you make a decision in life, ask yourself, if things go bad, will this liquidate me? right? It don't matter if you're making a purchase. It don't matter if you're about to buy a stock. It don't matter if you're about to do some shit. Like, this could hurt me as a human, right? Always ask yourself. Ask yourself. I'm actually creating an application that treats our life like a ledger. Guys, you're really, really going to like this application. I can't share it because it's so easy to like steal people's ideas these days. So I don't want to speak too much on it until it's done. It's almost done, by the way. It's a few other things that I'm adding to it. But yeah, just remember that. Never give up, man. Just remember that. Because 2026 is not about being bullish or bearish. It's about owning systems that cannot function without. So let everybody else argue about cycles and make videos on what's happening by the day. At this point, none of that matters. We already know where we're headed. We have an idea. We don't know because anything can happen, but we have an idea where we're headed. Now it's all about execution. We need to execute. And if you don't got the money, it's time to shut down the live stream and go get the money. So anyway, I appreciate everybody, man. Make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and keep your favorite crypto and door-to-door entrepreneur inside the algorithms. Thank you, Parabolic, S9V. Appreciate y'all for commenting. Make sure you share this on X, share this YouTube video. I'll try to do more live streams when I have the time, but I felt like this was a live stream we needed to talk about because the market is looking good, but we ain't there yet. Before we get too hype, we ain't there yet. And for the bears, I see y'all ain't have much to say. What y'all thought Billy was gonna come up here on some moon? Nah, Zen Master, man. I got this. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna try to get a Towel City live. Appreciate you, man. I do apologize again. I'm gonna try to get Tuesday. Let's double up, baby. And